Okay, one of my favorite things to do at an amusement park is to get on the highest roller coaster I can possibly find and enjoy it. But some people live that way kind of all the time, emotionally. A lot of people ride emotional roller coasters, and those emotional roller coasters and the height and the depth of the trajectory of the car that they're in emotionally is often tied to their acceptance or their rejection in sexual relationships. In other words, they have empowered another person. Perhaps this is you. Have you empowered another person to determine your worth by their willingness to have sex with you, to be attracted to you, to be dating you? Have you tied that to them? Have you given them that important decision to dictate how important you are? Oftentimes we find ourselves in relationships when we become weak and we get in these sexual relationships to where we somehow end up being like a doormat, where other people determine for us our emotional stability. That's living from the outside in, and it doesn't work. It's a roller coaster that tends to go absolutely nowhere, and it's actually empowering a sex partner to define you. Question is, once you feel low and ashamed of that behavior, do you go looking for another partner who's somehow going to fulfill that need in you? I don't know. A lot of people get in this cycle, some not so bad. But listen, if you're betrayed in a relationship, or if you're in the wrong relationship, or the lower of the two people in a relationship from a self-esteem standpoint, why are we doing this? Why are we giving that person the power to define you and your worth? It hurts too much. There's too much pain, and there's far too much regret. There's a lot of shame, which is an ongoing, aching less than-ness. If you're victim to that, for whatever reason in your life, you've found yourself at this place of feeling less than, therefore you compromise yourself spiritually, socially, even sexually. We've got issues we've got to deal with, because depression, as Donna Freitas said in her book, Sex and the Soul, is the new STD. The new sexually transmitted disease is shame, regret, manifested in depression. And we end up with an unforgiveness. When we're hurt often enough in sexual context, what happens is we become very bitter because we won't forgive two people, ourselves and the person we've been with sexually. And it results in an anger and an ongoing issue in our life, and it's manifested in many other areas. I don't want you in that cycle, and I know you don't want to be in that cycle. Hey, here's a word for you: heal. Let's get healed up. Not from the outside in, not counting on others to meet our needs. Let's get healed up from the inside out. Christ said, out of you, not into you, out of you will flow rivers of living water. And by that he meant the Spirit of the living God. What is he talking about? This spiritual reality of having a relationship with Christ that defines you, that gives you value, that shows how lovable you are. All the things you're looking for in these cheap relationships are found in the richness of Christ. And therein lies the point. Use sexual promiscuity and leverage it to your good. Look at it for what it is and realize there's an antidote and there's a desperation. Most people don't want to be desperate nowadays. Desperation is a great thing, especially if it's a holy desperation. Be desperate for God and watch him do something in your life as you back away from having your needs met through the opposite sex. Think about these things. Emotional roller coasters are going nowhere in life, yet stability and wholeness and balance are, and those are found in Christ himself. There's your life point, where life and truth intersect. Your life point: sex and emotions.